Hi, I'm Russ Steele. I'm an Associate Dean at Graduate Postdoctoral Studies. One of the things we do at Graduate Postdoctoral Studies is manage funding for all graduate students at the university. Here's a really good question about funding. Hello, I received a stipend as part of my funding package. My supervisor and I had a disagreement last week, and during that argument, my supervisor said that they would withdraw my funding if I didn't back down and agree with them. Can my supervisor revoke my stipend? This is a really good question. One thing to understand is that research is really hard, so tensions can often arise between students and supervisors, and sometimes people can say things that they don't actually mean. And even if they actually mean it, that doesn't actually mean that they can do it. So one of the things that Graduate Postdoctoral Studies does is we manage the funding, which means we have strict rules about when a student's funding can and cannot be stopped. And this depends a lot on how they're receiving that funding. So in this case, we have a student that's receiving a stipend. Stipends are really scholarship or fellowship money that is given to you for progress towards your degree. The only way that your funding can be stopped is if you have 2 failed progress tracking reports. Those progress tracking reports would have to be signed not only by your supervisor, but also by your supervisory committee, and also by your graduate program director. For stipend, this is the only way in which your stipend funding can be stopped. So the second way that students are funded by the university is through employment funding. So this employment funding could come from either a research assistantship or a teaching assistantship. Now, what's really important to understand is that the salary in both of those cases is actually covered by the rules of the bargaining agreements that the unions have with the university. So if you have a situation where someone's actually threatening to stop your funding for either of those 2 different sources, then at GPS we always encourage students to go and talk to their union representatives to make sure that all the rules of the collective agreements are being followed.